Welcome back. My name is Mick and I'm going to guide you through a third chakra-based yoga class. So let's gently begin. Circle, oval, and spin. To the head, to the neck, to the movement, physical, mental. We circle and whirl the other way. Take your time to feel, sense. So be conscious what the body and mind are doing. So sit to center, take the shoulders up high and release back down to low. There is an inner wisdom, an intuitive one, gives us a deep consciousness as we move through this. As you circle and whirl the other way. In the positions and transitions, you'll find there will be time for you to modify, for you to explore a little bit less and a little bit more, and to get pretty creative. Control the quality of your practice. As you lean over to the right, forward and left you go. This quality control is a gut feeling that hopefully you will experience and connect with quite a bit. As you circle and whirl the other way. The mind is powerful too. Today we try to slow the mind down so we can listen to that gut feeling, that body porta, the gift, the abdomen. We allow ourselves to make positions of quality that best represents us. This is not a contest nor a competition. As you circle and whirl the other way, this is an opportunity. Where can we go today? We can do some pretty amazing positions, transitions, body, but also in the mind. As you ease into center, see if you can gently cross your legs the opposite way. Push the hands forward, open, knees down, all the way around to a gentle pose. Stand down again and release. Round and around. How far will you go? What positions will you do? What positions will you listen intuitively? And maybe take it subtly as you open the other way and release down low. No one really knows, but if you listen to that consciousness, that intuition, you're bound to surprise yourself as we move further into this process, going into the core today, going into the fire of the belly. As you lace the hands, as you push the palm, maybe circle a little bit, but really ease up higher. The abdomen and the core is very unpredictable, and it can get a little intense. And as you circle and whirl the other way, in that intensity, in that state of suspension, we can expand further. The transition can be long-lasting. I should probably tell you, if you've never done this core practice with me, you're going to be surprised as you ease the hands down, as you lean over to the left, forward and right as you go. This might be like no other yoga class you've ever done. As you circle and whirl the other way, I designed this class with suspension of body and mind in the thought and in the movement. I based it by listening to my gut feeling. And I based this on a suggestion from one of my students a long time ago. As you ease into the center, and as you expand the bended knees up, exhale, come forward, inhale back. Forward and back you go. She asked me, could you design a yoga class specifically targeting the core? And I thought to myself, well, I've never done a specific class targeted directly to the core as you pull the hands in and open up wide, but give me a month or two. And so I started to focus in on that place. This is a little bit how the practice is going to go as we move into the core. So you ease into center, extend your right leg out, pull the left foot inside, take the left hand down far, forward, over, and around. High, low, easing. Prepare, my friend, to listen to your gut. Circle and whirl the other way. These positions are not meant for you to overthink, based upon simplicity in mind. The movements are uplifting and at the same time deeply connecting and suspend. Maybe one more circle, one more oval. As you ease that left hand down as you bend back the right leg, see if you could spiral the mix into the hips and the back of these. And that can be quite exciting. As you circle and whirl the other way, unpredictability, power, fire, excitement, intensity. There was a time that I heard from a few people. Once a year, people go out to the middle of the desert for 7 days. They explore fire, freedom, excitement, and some of the harshest, most intense conditions. So you ease into center, so you extend down that left leg and roll into the thigh. Easing and gliding, round and around. And so I decided to go on that journey. I decided to go out to the desert towards the end of the summer and experience Burning Man. But I did it with a friend. We got tickets early in the year. So you ease into center, so you extend out the right leg and massage into the knee. Not knowing exactly what this was. This was quite a bit of time ago that I went to Burning Man. It wasn't as popular, it wasn't as much known, it was still very secretive somewhat. There weren't many pictures. The website did, though, try to explain what to prepare for. Bring a lot of food. Whatever you bring in, you take out. People are going to use the trading and bartering system. So I was interested in this culture, this intensity, this quality of moment. Squeeze into the middle, see if you can pull the right foot inside, release the right hand out far, send forward, over and down. Up, above, and low we go. Round and around. And we had a good 7 months or so to prepare for the event. And they sent out emails, newsletters to prepare us for this condition, especially if you're a new burner. So you ease the right hand down, see if you can bend back the left leg, and spiral the mix. And each email and newsletter, it kept on telling you, you should be prepared. Things are going to get intense and unpredictable. Try to stay calm as you go through the festival, as you go through the challenges that may come. Make sure to bring masks with you because the dust storms are intense and grand. Make sure to bring goggles, make sure to have a bike. The list went on and on. Make sure you have a good tent and this. Plenty of food as you extend out the right leg. See if you can roll into that thigh, the knee, the hip. Mix and move. It's going to get hot. It's going to get really cold. It's going to be really exciting. And it's going to be sometimes pretty mellow. And I kept on reading this information, and so did my friend. And about a month away, my friend called me and she says, Mick, I can't go. And I said, what are you talking about? I've been reading too much and the emails and stuff, I can't go to this. I'm not ready. As you ease into the centers, you bring bottoms of the feet together and spiral the necks. going to go through this all by myself. I had to sit for a moment. Then she told me that she sold it to one of our other close immediate friends, the ticket. And I got a call from that other friend. She was like, Mick, I think I'm ready to go. And I got, you got a month to prepare. Let me go through the lists, this and that. As you ease into the center, as you bring the knees together, let's begin to honor and enter into the core. Let's lift the feet up and ease them down. Now, if this is a little intense, you could try just lifting one foot up at a time. If you want a little bit more, try sliding the hands behind your thighs as you lift. This might allow you to expand a little bit more with this. And if you really want a little bit more, try extending your arms out in front of you. Focus and concentrate. The intuition is going to give you information. Allow that to guide you. Now, wherever you may be, hands on the shins, the thighs, the knees, stay, suspend. Now try to ease your eyes, relax your face. I want you to know any time during this practice, if it gets too intense, if you're shaking, if you cannot breathe deep and slow, you can always relax and lay. Let's try that right now. Let's ease the feet down. Let's lay the back of the vertebrae of the mat. Oh no, my friend. Bring your hands over your belly. Calms in the body and the mind. It's a safety position. And anytime if you feel you need just to stop for a moment or more, you can always bring your hands over the floor. Okay, now with that being said, let's see if you can extend the hands over the head. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, reach up and through the knees. Inhaling back, exhaling up. Up and down you go. How fast, how slow. That's the quality of the position, the transition for you. If you ease the eyes, if you breathe deep and slow, you will know. And I want you also to keep in mind, if this is intense on your neck, you can always lace your hands behind your head and cradle the head. There are many ways for you to feel safe when you're going into the core. Sustainability is key. Knowing your limits, knowing when to back away and when to stay. Listen to that gut reaction. Now the next time you come up, see if you can stay. Ease the eyes. This time try to breathe deep and slow and push your belly up. And then pull it down low. This is not the easiest breath to do. This is not the easiest practice I will show you. You have full control of the quality of the position. Concentrate and focus. Good. Let's release the head, but lift the feet off the ground and slowly massage into that low back. Yes. Round and around, maybe circle and roll the other way, relaxing the core. And now as you circle into the center, let's keep the feet off the floor and let's open your arms out wide to the side. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and exhale, sway your knees to the left. Inhaling up, exhale to the right. Side to side you go. The more you lift the feet, the more you ease into the core. It's up for you to explore. I like to push the hands onto the floor with the palms facing down. Tick tock like a grandfather clock. My friend had 1 month to get ready to go to Burning Man. She took it on. She read through all the articles. She got all the supplies. And we headed out to the desert, deep in Nevada, outside of Lake Tahoe. As you come into center, maybe bring your knees to 90 degrees. And try just to relax the face and breathe deep and slow. Sometimes you know you're going into a storm, you can feel it. Your intuition, your gut feeling says it's going to get intense. Stay calm. Remember, all intensities will pass. If you're going through it right now, my friend, ease the eyes and focus in on that core. Focus within. Use the intensity of the practice to go internally. Breathe into it. Transformation can come through intensity. Good. Now let's release the feet down to the mat below, and then let's slowly sway them side to side. Relax that intensity. Feel the calmness that comes from this. Gently sway. Sometimes I turn the head the opposite way. My knees sway just to get a little deeper stretch through the whole body. Now, as we come into the center, let's sway the knees over to the left. Now sometimes I like to stay like this, sometimes I like to lift the left foot up like this. Okay, now, let's see if we can extend the hands over the head. Exhale, reach up towards the right knee. Inhaling back, exhaling up. Up and down we go. On the road, my truck was packed all the way to the brim. Feel focus connected. Tuning in. Exploring. Now within that month, we found out 2 other friends were actually going to go to Burning Man, and they lived outside of San Francisco. And so we decided that we're going to pick up 2 other friends and haul all 4 of us in my truck all the way to the event. So, as we headed on the road, we did a stop off in San Francisco and picked up 2 of our friends. As you reach up, see if you can stay. Breathe deep and slow. I'll never forget. One of my friend's fathers comes up to me and he tells me, please, please, bring back everyone safe and alive. And I said, I will. Concentrate, focus, feel the energy of this. Sometimes in the intensity, there is this calmness, this deep reflection. There's a connection of more than just body and mind. It connects deep into that intuition of consciousness. Okay, let's see if you can release the left foot, sway the knees side to side, turn your head the opposite way. Ooh. We all knew we were going into the intensity, going into the fire, but none of us had been. As you sway the knees over to the right side, see if you can stay. Maybe lift the right foot up to the left thigh to amplify. Extend the hands over your head, reach up towards that left knee. Inhale back. Up and down you go. We headed on that road out to the desert. We were nervous, we were excited. We knew that things were going to challenge us. As part of the process, the practice, to take on the challenges, to find deeper meaning, especially when you go into the core. As as you build the fire in the abdomen. Next time you come up, see if you can stay. Ease the eyes, breathe deep and slow. Soon this will pass, so just relax. Embrace the intensity. Use it for transformation. Remember, if it's too much, you can always place your hands behind the head or ease your right foot down. Or you can stay in that intensity and allow that transformation to flow. Let's ease the right foot down to the ground below. Let's see if we can lift the hips up high and ease down. Up and down you go. The yogis consider the practice of going into the core as lighting the fire, which just reminds me, I forgot to light the candles and incense. So keep lifting up and down. Okay. Here. Just a few more up and down bridge lifts. One candle lit. Okay, now the next time you do a bridge lift, maybe I'll turn it to the side of this. See if you can stay. Now, if you want to take your hands behind your back, you may, and lace the fingers. Sometimes I march the feet in and I grab hold of the ankles. And breathe. Breathe deep, breathe slow. As we come down. So let's take the feet off the ground, slide your hands behind your knees, maybe rock side to side. Side to side. Massaging the nervous system, calming the mind. As we rock into the center, let's bring our knees to 90 degrees, like we did before. But this time, let's extend your right leg out and pull it back in. Extend the left, one step at a time. Shift, mix, and light. We made it out to the desert. We made it to the gates. And they came up to my truck and they all said, "Has anyone been here before?" And we all screamed, "No." They're like, "Get out of the car then. New burners." And then we had to go to this area and I said, "Lay down and make dust angels." And we did. Oh man, I knew, we knew. We didn't know. Extend your right leg out, see if you can stay. Sometimes I take the hand around the left knee. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just go with the flow. Feel the intensity of the fire building in your core. Breathe into it. If it's ever too much, you can always relax the leg. But if you can handle it, stay. Good. Let's pull the right leg in. Let's extend the left. With depth, with slowness of breath. They let us in. We were going to a location where there were about 4 other people from my friends from San Francisco that already got there and started their camp. Driving around in the desert, it's a little bit interesting, but there are streets everything's based upon a circle. As you get closer to the circle, the more intense it gets. Just kind of like when you're entering into the core. When you go into that center, the more intense it gets. Good. Release the feet down to the ground below. And then slowly begin to take the feet up. Once again, and sway side to side. Gently sway. Now if you want a little bit more, just ease. It's a happy baby. Okay. Now let's see if we can ease the feet back down to the ground. And then let's begin to squeeze the knees together with the feet wide. Maybe I'll slide over here. Okay. Now we'll take the hands over your head. Allow a deep breath to flow in. Exhale, reach up towards your knees. Inhaling back. Exhaling up. Thousands of people getting ready, building their tiny little camps. The music was all around, the excitement was in the air. And we found our new friends. We immediately started to get the camp set too. Tents, food being put away. As you reach up, see if you can bring the hands towards the knees. And breathe a little deeper. Breathe a little slower. Concentrate, focus. There's quality. Go into the center. And the closer you get, the more fire you'll feel. But it's enlightening. But it can burn. Listen to your core. If it's too much, release to the floor below. But if you can handle it, then stay. Feel the energy. Feel the power. Let's see if we can release the head down. Let's take the feet up in the air. Grab hold of the feet of diamond and slowly shift side to side like this. Gently just sway. Calm. As we ease into center, bring your knees to 90 degrees, and this time let's extend both of the legs out in front of you. And pull both of the knees. Forward and back we go. I remember everything was going smoothly. We were getting to know each other, we were getting our locations, this tent. The kitchen was being set up, we even had a pop-up tent, had a little makeshift living room. And then this guy jumps on top of his van and he has this horn and he starts blowing this horn. And then I looked out on the distance, all these people started just getting on top of their cars and facing towards the north. As you bring the knees to 90 degrees stay, or bring the bottoms of the feet together. Try to hold the pose without your hands on the feet. Try to breathe a little deeper and slower like this. Make that diamond. The horns were blowing. We didn't know what was happening. And then someone leans over to me in the camp in the room. They're like, put your face mask on immediately. And your goggles. A dust storm is coming our way. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember hearing about this. So I'm going through all my stuff and trying to find my face mask. I finally put it on and bam, the dust hits. The winds must have been coming around 25, maybe even more. Everything starts shaking, and next thing you know, you can't see 5 feet in front of you. The fine flying dust, it's everywhere. It gets everywhere. Good. Release the feet down. Oh, bring the hands over the belly and breathe deep and slow. Up and down. You can just hear horns as the storm just keeps on blowing. We go in our tent, and the rattling of our tent, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am not ready for this. But it's exciting though too. It went on for about an hour or so, and then it passed. When you're ready, extend the hands over your head, then reach up towards your feet. Inhaling back, exhaling up. Up and down you go. Concentrate, focus. Take your time with this. Up and down. We made a quick dinner, some soup, and then we put our costumes on. We put neon glow sticks all over our bikes, and as the sun went down, the city came alive. The music, the lights, the new cars, custom cars to look like fish, sailboats, animals, reptiles, floating beds. They're all out there, especially in the evening. As you reach up, see if you can stay. It was surreal, it was dreamy. This was expanding. You always hear the rhythm. Wherever you go, someone is playing music. The beats, the drumming, the electrical, whatever it may be. Breathe, feel the beating of your heart, feel the intensity of the flow. Okay, let's bring the knees together and then let's rock and roll. Up into sitting, maybe back into a cloud. Okay, next time we rock back, let's see if we can stay with our legs up high. Now, some people like the blanket underneath their low back. With this particular transition, keep that in mind, my friend. Okay, with the hands off to the side, let's circle the legs. Point the toes up high, around and around. We stayed out most of the night. We came back to that tent. We woke up the next morning. Totally dusty, but totally ready to take on a day. At the intensity of the sun, you find that as you circle and whirl the other way, the day is sometimes a time to regather the fire, to build the light for the evening. That's what you're doing right now, my friend. You're building a fire, a light of awareness and consciousness. You could take this out. You could illuminate in the darkness. As you come into the center, point the toes up high, maybe slide your hands behind the thighs, the knees, the ankles. Breathe with this. Focus and concentrate with this. Feel fire within you lighted. Become that fire. Good. Let's lower the right foot down and let's cross the left leg tight onto the right. Sway the knees side to side. Feel the openness of the hips. Each day, more people came. Each evening became more intense. And this is how it went. Days, we would rest. Every time a little bit more to prepare for the intensity of the evening. As you sway into center, keep that left leg on top of the right. Place the hands behind the head. Take a deep breath in and reach your right elbow to your left knee. Inhaling back, exhaling up. Up and down you go. Feel that power, feel that core. Light that flame. Light that candle right now, my friend. Maybe even lift your right foot off the floor if you want a little bit more. Now, the next time you come up, see if you can stay. Breathe deep and slowly. Take that light with you. Good. Release the head down. Release the left foot to ground. Cross the right leg. Sway side to side. Ooh. Maybe turn your head the opposite way. Now as you sway into the center, place the hands together behind the head. Take a deep breath in and reach up towards that right knee with the left elbow. If you want more intensity, lift the left foot. Up and down you go. How fast, how slow. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut feeling. The next time you lift, stay. Breathe deep and slowly. Feel, focus. Concentrate on this. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't let go of that breath. You cannot breathe, that is also a big indication that you need to release, to relax. Good. Ooh, let's release and relax. Sway, circle, lift, up, down, bridge lift, happy baby position. Create the counter pose that best suits you. Ooh. Let's return to now, listen to your gut feeling, your core. Things are going to get a little bit more intense. Know that you're in full control. Now as we ease into the center, we'll see if we can take the legs up high to the sky. But this time, let's release the left leg forward and then lift. And then the right leg. One leg up at a time. We all felt Saturday night is where they burn a huge wood sculpture of a man, almost 30 or 40 feet high. Take your time. goes out into the center, and that's where the big event happens. Now the next time you release the left leg, let it stay. Maybe climb up the right as high as you can. Maybe breathe a little deeper and slow my breath. Focus, become that fire, inspire yourself and others around you with this light. Then release the right, lift the left, come up high like this. Focus, concentrate. Feel the burn. Feel the light. Feel the warmth. Breathe into it. Good. Ooh, stop, drop. Circle, sway. Give yourself a moment, maybe just to breathe deep and slowly. Okay, let's relax the legs. Forward when you're ready. Let's take the arms over the head. Reach as much as you can from end to end, and then when you are ready, reach up to the thighs, release. Let the shins, the ankles, the toes. Slowly ease back. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach up. That night finally came. Everyone got dressed up as much as they could as you reach up like this. I was given my costume through someone I met earlier that day. It was robes and a lightsaber. That was my costume. I didn't bring it. I didn't ask for it. It was handed to me. Ease back. Exhaling up. Now the next time we come up, stay and lean back just a little bit. Lift your heart. Try to keep the feet on the floor. Sometimes, as I lean back, you'll find that place, that state of suspension. Everyone's is unique. Find yours. Good. Ooh. Give yourself a moment. Do any of the previous suggestions or go on your own. Go rogue for a moment. I walked out there with our whole camp. Thousands and thousands of people. The cars, the music, the dancing, the yellingness, everyone was freaking out, getting crazy, yelling and screaming. It was so intense. As you gently begin to lift the legs up high one moment, Point those toes, and then as you come forward, inhale, then exhale. Maybe lift your low back. Inhale forward, and exhale. Up with that. Ooh. I never felt anything that crazy and intense. And I knew that it was only going to get even more. So I decided, as I started to light, the man and everyone started to howl and scream, dance, kick, and run. I decided to go rogue. I started to walk out into the darkness of the desert, away from the anarchy. As you extend the legs, suspend. Ease the eyes, breathe deep and slow. I walked away from that light, the fire, and I took the light within me, and I just started walking further and further out into that darkness. All I had with me was a robe and a lightsaber, and an inner light. Saving, breathing, connected feel. Relax, let go. Ooh. Gently shift, sway, forward and back, side to side. Okay. See if we can sway all the way over to one side. And up into sitting. Okay. Now that we have that light, that fire, let's go into an inversion. I'm going to turn to the side here momentarily to give you a better demo. Today I'm going to show you how to go into shoulder stand. I want you to understand that if you have any neck situations, maybe just do the first one or the next one. Be very aware and careful that there is pressure on the neck with these positions. Okay, now, with that being said, if you want to do a very gentle shoulder stand, take the blanket behind the mid back with that. And then just bring the feet slowly over the head. This is a wonderful, safe position to embrace. Most of the pressure's on the blanket. My shoulders or neck are quite comfortable. Ease the eyes, breathe deep and slow. Turning yourself into a candle, a light. The inversion. Good. Now let's come down. Ground for a little bit. Now, I like to ease into fish pose. A counter one with this. So I'm going to take my elbows in. I'm going to extend the legs wide. I'm going to come up with this. I'm going to tuck my elbows in. And I'm going to release the head back. Now remember, any neck situations, you might not be able to release the head back all the way. Okay, you have to find intuitively, sense and feel your practices. Okay, as we ease down, this time I'm going to ease into shoulder stand without the blanket. So I'm going to take the feet up. Hands on the back. Gently suspend. slowly come down. Give yourself a moment just to process. I walked out into that desert, I don't know how many miles, but that huge event of thousands and thousands of people, I looked back and it looked like a star. Couldn't even hear the music. There, in the darkness, in the silence, I stayed for an hour or 2 or 3, I don't know how long I was out there. As you ease into center, maybe ease into a fish again. But this time, if you want a little bit more, you can release the head back a little bit more. Now sometimes, I just tap the head slightly on the mat. You have to arch quite a bit with this. Lift the head, release down low. Breathe into the belly, keep the fire alive. Don't let it blow out in the desert wind. Engage in it. Now, for our final shoulder stand, if you are conscious, sense, and feel, and be aware. If you want to take it straight up, you can. Just be conscious of that neck, quite a bit. Don't turn your head side to side. Okay? I finally walked out of that desert. I was cold, I was thirsty. I barely made it, found our camp. All my friends were there. They gave me warm, they gave me towels, they made me a suit, they made a little fire on the stove. They asked me where I went, where did I go? It's hard to explain even this day. As you extend your legs out, maybe come up into one more fish. Roll the shoulder blades back with it. Release that. And breathe deep and slow. Use the eyes. Where can you go with this light, with this fire? The challenges can move through, around. The power of this light. Let's ease up. Oh, let's bend into that left knee. Bring the left knee over to the right. Extend the left arm. Turn your head to the left. I sat there finally warm, hydrated. I went to an edge. I went into the darkness. With the light, an external one of a toy lightsaber. I really went out there with the light and warm to see how far I could go. To see if I could take the light of yoga in one of the most intense places, festivals, rituals. Oh, let's lift that left leg. Let's climb up that left leg one more time. Release the left leg down. Bend into the right knee. Bring the right knee over. Oh, to the left. Turn your head to the right. Feel that light you generated tonight. Today, whatever time it may be, whatever country, continent, this practice of yoga is one in which all of us have the right to find our light, quality, our control, our empowerment. So when faces challenge come your way, you'll be able to go through it and find depth in our awareness, transformation, consciousness. Let's come up like this. Let's take that right leg up high, climb up. And release the right leg. Release the arms, the legs, the torso. If you want to come up into sitting, you may too. Give yourself the next 10 minutes or so. Be with that light, that fire internal. Be with your awareness, your consciousness, your intuition.